Hey guys, welcome to another week's episode of The Regular. If you haven't noticed yet, Brecklin is here, but I'm hosting today, okay? I have took over Brecklin's spot of hosting. No, I'm joking.
I've been demoted. Josh has been promoted.
You have been promoted.
I am joined with Brecklin and my beautiful wife, Isabella. How are you guys doing today?
I'm so tired, genuinely, but I'm good. I'm still negative coffee. So it is 10:30 in the morning, and
Okay.
I have not had coffee
I
yet.
have something to say. This morning,
I should have brought this up. I set myself up
This
for
morning,
this.
Brecklin texted us a couple days ago. She was like, send me your guys' order for when we record announcements in the podcast. I send her the order. This morning, she texts me and she says, Josh, I'm so sorry. I forgot your coffee. So I am uncaffeinated because of Brecklin.
We're
Okay?
And now she's also uncaffeinated.
We're both uncaffeinated.
Do unto others what you want done unto yourself.
What's so funny is when we were texting as a group chat, everybody had sent their orders, and I was like, okay. And then when Josh sent his, I was like, no. But just jokingly. But
She
I was
did
like,
say no.
But then actually, no.
But actually,
Wow.
this morning I don't.
I'll get you coffee after this.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be waiting for it. I will
Like,
I
this
will
is my
believe
babe.
it when I see it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, wow.
When I
Okay.
see it, I believe it.
Okay.
Anyways, we have been in a home group. We've been
Yeah,
in
yeah.
home group season. If you've been in a home group, I hope that you have had as a great of a time as we had.
But I doubt it.
But I doubt it because we've had a really fun home group. We've had a young married home group with a bunch of different people. And what do you guys think about our home group?
I think it was the number one home group.
I agree.
Is what we named our group chat, but I genuinely think we were the best.
I didn't notice.
I think
that
we were just
did it number one.
prophetically prophesying over home group that it was
That
just
we were
going
the
to be the best. We were the number one home group on our group chat. Is what it was.
I guarantee that at your home group there was no Brazilian steak. That's
Oh
all
my
I'm
gosh,
saying.
that's so
I-
true.
That's all I am saying.
I'm just saying, like, that was our last home group for Friendsgiving. We met up, we hung out, we got to cook. Joshua was the chef. He ended up bringing some Brazilian steak, cooking it, and
Picanha.
picanha. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's delicious.
best.
So number one home group for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was one of the chefs. Everyone cooked together, so
yeah, we all brought stuff.
it
Oh,
was
for sure.
it was
the mac and cheese from Brecklin.
mac and
the
cheese was
delicious.
bomb. Yeah, it was great home group. But anyways, let's get into it. This Sunday we had what was his name? Pastor Scott. Pastor Scott. He was Cole's old pastor back when he used to live in Michigan. And to be honest, it felt like a really special Sunday.
Yeah.
Pastor Scott, he brought a word to us that it was really like a prophetic word, to be honest, like unknowing of the season that we're living in at Risen King.
Yeah.
And it just felt like such an important and like a very like for the moment message,
Yeah, for
that he
sure.
brought to us. So he talked about help me guys, I forgot what he talked about.
I think the first thing that we need to say about Pastor Scott, if you missed it, is if you go back and watch the message, you'll notice that this truly might be our future, because I think that this is Cole in the next 20 years.
100%.
I was watching him and I was like, between the same dad jokes, the same talking about football, and the fact that they were dressed the same, I was like,
100%.
is this our future?
It
Is
is.
this Cole's
It
future?
absolutely
guys,
is
no
our
joke.
future.
No joke. Joshua leaned over to me during the service and was like, I see exactly where Cole gets everything
Everything
from.
It's so true.
I was like, that was it.
Amazing.
It's so true.
That was it.
It was amazing. It was really cool. In the on the morning of, Pastor Scott had actually already prepped a message throughout the week of what he was planning on talking about, and we were going to be in Ephesians, kind of continuing our Hey Church series. But then the morning of, I think it was at like 3 a.m. on Saturday, he was like, I feel like I have a word
Wow.
for the church, and he was
Yeah.
like, I'm actually going to change my whole message. Which, if you have ever preached before, it's kind of hard to do that when you're already like,
very.
oh, I've prepped and I'm ready, and it's the night before. Like, that's definitely him stepping out in faith. And I think it was so timely. It was it really was the Lord. It was what we, I think, all needed to hear. So he preached on this moment that Jesus has with Peter and with some of the disciples who, if you know the story, they've been fishing all night. And really what had happened was this is the kind of like the last fish of the season, really.
Yeah.
They're about to close up this fishing season, and they're out toiling all night, casting their nets, just waiting to catch a fish, and they don't catch anything. Imagine fishing all night
and not
catching not
anything.
even one little guy. Yeah, no fish. And so they come back, and Jesus is like, let's get out on the boat, and he's talking about casting your nets again. And Peter is like, I've been doing this all night. And this was his career. Like, Peter was a fisherman, so he's like, I know what I'm doing. I've done this all night. There's no fish left. But because it's Jesus who asks, he does it. And if you know the story, it ends up being this incredible miracle. The nets start breaking because there's so many fish. The boats are sinking because there's so many fish. And they're having to get all their friends to come pull all of the fish onto the shore. So this is kind of the context of the message.
I think it's such like a deep passage because there's so much that goes into it that I think that like I thought about, you know, because like the Pastor Scott preached about it, but like honestly, like thinking about it in like a profession way, like Jesus was a carpenter and not a fisherman. So imagine a carpenter turns to a fisher that's been doing this their whole life and being like, hey, go out again.
Just try again.
You know, like I can also imagine like the humbleness that had to happen like in like Peter's heart for that to happen.
Totally.
Right.
Like it's like, you know, someone that, I don't know, comes up to you and be like, Brecklin, preach this way. You know,
right? Because like, you don't have a relationship yet. They didn't have a relationship yet. So like someone just coming up that you don't know, telling you how to do what you've been doing
your job.
Yeah. Bella, what was your hot take on the message?
Well, I just thought it was so cool that Scott was going into giving a more detailed thing as well of like the season of fishing, like Brecklin was saying, was over. Like there, it was done. Like the odds for them to catch fish was like a 0% chance. You know, like the timing's done, the season's over with against every odd, but because Jesus was there, anything's possible.
Yeah. And I had read that passage before, and one of the things that stuck out to me and that caught my attention is that when Peter says, but because it's you, Jesus, I will do it, there's actually a passage before that Peter had already seen Jesus do miracles because Jesus had already healed his mother-in-law before. So it's even like, because Peter, I imagine that because Peter had seen that, he was like, okay, if this guy can do this, surely like because he's saying for us to go, surely there's something for us in it, you know? So I thought that was really interesting too. And also how crazy it is to think that Peter had said no, the story would have been so different. Like, I think that's one of the things that Pastor Scott talked about.
He emphasized for sure.
And it's like, it really is as simple as our decision sometimes. If we say no, the story is going to be so much different. And if we say yes, the story is also going to be so much different.
It's so true.
So
and kind of the way that he took the message was basically this, I don't know if challenge to us is the right word, but saying what is this call for us as risen King to what he was saying, call an audible or to change our plans. Like Peter was done for the night. Peter was like, I'm done. I've done my job. And when Jesus came up, he said, no, do it again. And this call to us as risen King to continue to give our yes, to continue to cast our nets, even maybe when we feel like we've already done it. And what comes from that is the way that he was saying it is the splitting of the nets and the sinking of the boats. And the miracles that come from that. What I think is so cool is, you know, we've been saying for the past 2 years that we're in the middle of a miracle.
100%.
And what the Lord has already done for Risen King, through Risen King, when we thought that the doors were about to close is incredible. And this idea of even in, like, the Lord has already taken us so far, but pausing and saying, I'm going to continue to say yes. And can he use anywhere as a pulpit? Can he use your boat? And I think that was a big challenge for me. Kind of, okay, so taking it a little bit, like, you know, we've been talking about Risen King, the church, taking it more personal. The church isn't our Risen King facility or our campus. It's us. It's the body. It's you who's watching today. It's our body of people. And so asking ourselves, does Jesus have permission to board my boat? What would have happened if Peter said, no, I'm not going to go back out. No, I'm not going to cast off the shore. But saying, are we in a place where we can give our yes? We can call an audible. We can say, yeah, God, you can board my boat. And man, I feel like I know what I'm doing. I feel like I've been toiling all night, but you say to do it. So, okay, I'll do it again. And what miracles can come from that for us as a body. It's like such a fitting word for us as, like, at the end of the year. I think, I don't know about you, gets rainy, my seasonal depression kicks in. I'm like, I'm tired.
Mine does
I'm
too.
tired, but
Don't get him started on the sun. Okay,
Sorry, I didn't mean to trigger
It's
you.
okay. It's okay.
But yeah, like even when we feel like we've been toiling all year,
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe it doesn't look like I've toiled all year and nothing has come from it. But going, no, I'm going to keep saying yes. And what miracle could God do through that?
Yeah.
Just one
So
more.
good.
Just try one more time. You could be one more try away from seeing your net or your boat break from what God's been planning and waiting for his timing to do. That's why I thought it was so significant that Scott said, and he woke up and he said, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change my boat into a synagogue, or we're going to change it around. We're going to change it, because if God, he said, try one more time, try this and see what's going to come from it. The faith and the fruitful and the being coming into fruition for what God has in store for you.
Yeah.
So I think that's so cool. Just one try away. You could be one more try away from what God has in store for you.
I guess my question, as we wrap up for you that's watching, is: are you willing to say yes? As we come to a close of the year, as we're going into a new year, like, are you still willing to say yes? Even in this year, because sometimes it's easy for us to just like, oh, it's the end of the year, I'm just gonna, lock out, I'm gonna just, how'd you say the word, like, just close,
just
mentally?
zone out.
I'm
gonna
out.
just cruise out for the rest of the year.
I'm just gonna zone out. It's the end of the year,
Yeah.
But are you still willing to say yes? Like, there could be, maybe you're still waiting for that thing to happen in your life, and maybe it's because you're still gonna carry on persisting, and your yes is gonna come, and maybe not at the point that you're wanting it to come, but it's gonna come if you're willing to say yes. So are you willing to say yes? That's my end and my close for you guys. And this will be the last podcast of the year.
That's crazy.
We're taking a break for a holiday season, so this is it.
Sad,
but
we will
nice.
come back better and stronger with new official host.
With your new host.
No way.
Maybe I'm joking. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your year, and thank you so much for watching.
Happy holidays.
We'll
Merry
see you
Christmas,
Sunday.
Happy New Year, and all the things.